What's going on YouTube? It's Default02 here again, and I'm going to be going ahead and giving you another character build guide for Dragon Age Inquisition multiplayer. This character build guide is going to be on the Hunter. He's level 20. I'm going to go ahead and jump right into the abilities, explain a little bit about him, and add some gameplay at the end so you can see it in action. Alright, so first, just like in my last video, I'm going to talk about my 4 primary abilities first, or my active abilities that I use. First one I'm going to talk about is the Spike Trap. Spike Trap, 300% weapon damage, cooldown 13.6 seconds. Once again, the reason why my cooldowns are kind of awkward with the 0.6 is because I have an amulet that reduces my cooldown by 15%. Hopefully you'll be able to get one as well. I use it on just about every character. But I use a Spike Trap, and I took the upgrade as well. The upgrade, the reason why I like it is because it allows me to remain in stealth after I use a spike trap. And it also knocks them up into the air a little bit further, which is good to give that additional crowd control on your enemies. Only thing that I really don't like about spike trap is that the hitbox is really small. Sometimes it's kind of finicky. Enemies kind of have to step right on top of it. That makes sense as far as, actual mines or traps. Enemies got to step on them in real life. But this is a video game. And usually, it's kind of hard to get enemies to step right on top of it. But I'll show you in some gameplay and the way I use my abilities and how you can put it to its maximum use or maximum effectiveness. Alright, next I'm going to be talking about throwing blades. Throwing blades, you throw 4 blades that do 130% weapon damage. It normally only does 100% weapon damage, but I got a ring on that increases the damage that it does. I also took the upgrade. The upgrade's really good whenever you're fighting single targets. You'll throw all 4 of your blades at single target and you'll stack the damage on top of them. This is a really good ability because you can use it quite often with a 10-second cooldown, and it also sunders armor. Moving on to the other tree, I use a leaping shot. Leaping shot, you fire 12 projectiles, doing 50% weapon damage. Cooldown, once again, 10.2 seconds. Only costs 35 stamina, which is great. And I took the upgrade. The upgrade gives you a damage bonus, and your next attack, no matter what kind of attack that is, will knock your target down. That's really good if you're trying to get away from enemies. You do a backflip, somebody's still coming at you, and you can knock your enemies down. To get away, go into stealth, do what you need to do to get out of their line of fire. Alright, now talk about stealth. Stealth, allows me to get in position. It gives you a damage bonus, but I took stealth so I can get up close and personal like the hunter is. He's an up close and personal type of character. I took full draw. This wasn't a mistake. I did not actually mean to take full draw. I didn't mean to hit it with the buttons, but it's a wasted ability point. If I didn't take full draw, I'd be putting it into another passive, which I'm going to talk about now. So I'm not going to talk about the main passives going down the trees. You can read those, check those out yourself. I'm mainly going to be talking about the ones to the left or right that you have to go to branch off from the main path. So the only passive I took from this tree was Knife in the Shadows. Anytime you come out of stealth, you automatically, or anytime you're in stealth, sorry, you automatically critically hit your enemies. It's really powerful, really good on the hunter. Now I'm going to talk about on the Razor's Edge. It's the only passive that I branched off to take. On this tree, you do more damage to enemies that are closer to you. 15% damage bonus to enemies that are 10 meters away. Alright, this is a really important passive to take. The reason why is because if you look at all my primary abilities, they all require you to be pretty close. I mean, you can be further than 10 meters away to use the throwing knives or leaping shot. Leaping shot actually has a pretty good range on it. But there's a rotation that I use that works really well. It allows me to do really high burst damage with my hunter. Basically, I start out with a spike trap, then I immediately go on the leaping shot, and then I throw my daggers, and then I start doing my auto attacks until all my cooldowns are back. Now, that rotation works really good because when I'm in stealth, I can put down my spike trap without breaking stealth. Then I'll use Leaping Shot, which will automatically crit because of the passive I took in the survival tree. So it'll cause all crits on all 12 of those projectiles. Then it'll allow my throwing blades to knock enemies down whenever I throw all 4 of them out. It works really well, it does really high burst damage, and then the throwing blades will sunder the armor of any enemy that's still left alive, which will allow my auto attacks to do even more damage to enemies with high armor rating. Now, you may ask, well, how can you use all those abilities back to back with your stamina? Well, as long as you go into stealth prior to engaging your enemy, if you notice with all the stamina costs, this one only costs 35, leaping shot only costs 35, and then throwing blades cost 50. Well, you'll be able to get enough stamina back to use your throwing blades by the time you follow the rotation. You may have to get maybe one shot off depending on how quick you're going, but it'll allow you to spam it and use it pretty quick and pretty effectively. Like I said, I really like this character. He's really powerful. Most people don't like him in multiplayer. I don't really understand why. It's probably because he's not like the archer at all. The archer, you know, he's a true archer. He stays in the back. He shoots his bow. You know, he does high damage from far away. But the hunter, he's all about getting up close and personal, doing high burst damage, and just kind of, you know, assassinating enemies up close. Not as effective as the assassin, but he has more AoE. He has more disabilitating attacks as far as throwing knives go. He's a really good character. I like him. I'm going to show my gameplay after this commentary. So once again, I appreciate everyone checking out the video. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. There will be another video coming out today. I'm going to start doing some live commentary gameplay as well. So once again, stay tuned, and you will see more videos coming.